Right. Hello, I'm John, and I'm here with Aidil at Krem Tarik Square Mall, and we're here to talk about your business and how you run the thing, so we can preferably improve your digital transfer strategy. Right. So first, let's start off with walk us through Krem Tarik's story of how the brand started and what makes your concept different from other dessert cafes in Klang Valley, and generally what's your typical customer base like?
So hi, I'm Aidil, branch owner of Krem Tarik Square Mall. So how Krem Tarik started is from my business partner. He started during the PKP back in 2022. He's an accountant, but he sees a potential in F&B, and he got this idea of doing ice cream business from a dream that he had.
I see.
So from there he started venturing, and he was more towards online deliveries. From there the business starts to boom, and he slowly expands to open up his first store in Bukit Jelutong. From there also we started venturing into opening up other franchises as well. So what's the difference between Krem Tarik is we sell ice cream, but not any typical ice cream. It's a special first stretchy ice cream in Malaysia. So yeah.
It's delicious, by the way. I tried it. Anyway, so how do you describe your current business model today? And would you say Krem Tarik runs more like a traditional cafe or an already digital first F&B brand?
I feel like as of now we're still very much new inside as a cafe itself. So we are traditionally running it like a traditional cafe, but in terms of digital first F&B, we are working our way towards that, because we see that potential inside an F&B business is mostly around delivering online. So right now we are trying to improve and allowing customers to have our ice cream just at home by just ordering. We are making our way there.
How involved is the founder management in digital decisions, like when he wants to make a TikTok or an Instagram post or anything? And are tag incentives already owned by leadership, or are they delegated to other crew members?
So anything related to tag or any marketing or anything, is from internally. We don't outsource anyone. Maybe the only thing that we outsource for marketing is just KOLs. So the founder is very much involved. He will have his ideas and vision. So he will tell his team. Then the team will tell me. Let's say, because I'm also heavily involved in marketing, I will share some ideas. So we work as a team, and in terms of working, we try our best to build up our own name and our own style of marketing. So hence why we don't go towards any external vendors or any marketing agency. We try our best to build ourselves and see if people like the way we market our products.
So keep it within the business.
Yes, keep it within the business. Because if not, it's going to be very messy.
How does your current digital incentives, such as your social media presence, align with your long-term goals of moving from a traditional local shop to a larger multi-location brand? I know you already have 2 locations, but even bigger.
I feel like moving forward, of course, the idea for Krem Tarik is to expand. But while we want to expand, we also want people around Malaysia to know more about the business, more about the brand, and more about the products we are selling. So we are very much now focused more towards digital marketing into elevating the brand's image and identity. So from there, let's say there's no point if we expand to 5 different outlets, but people don't know what this brand about.
True.
So at least for now, with just 1 and 2 outlets, let's leverage whatever we have and explore more with what we can expand within the business, and also with what the customer needs and how is the customers customers, what's that word? Oh my god, I forgot. Customers spending power. That's right.
Yeah, buying power.
Buying power, yes. Buying power and spending.
Right. Let me ask a little bit about the day-to-day. So many of your kitchen and front-end house staff may not be very tech-savvy. So how do you handle training and onboarding when you introduce a new system, like a tablet for your point of sales or digital inventory app?
I feel like I'll just give a scenario of when we hire someone new. Of course, we have to explain to them, and allow them to explore how our business works. Because not everyone in the business, let's say part-timers for example, they don't come from an F&B background. So of course, at first when they join, they'll be a bit clueless. But I'm always there. Let's say the people who are more senior than them are always there for us to explain. And thankfully, whatever POS system and whatever system that the HQ has given us is easy to understand and easy to work. So of course, we will be there, and training is always there before we let them be on their own. So I think most of the time the training takes around 1 to 2 weeks.
I see.
So from there we will see if they are able to do it, and from there we let them be independent and do their best.
So when you first transitioned from a manual paper receipts or like handwritten orders, did you face any resistance to change, like from your staff, or like maybe the system itself didn't work when you changed to it?
How do I answer this?
We can simplify. Was it difficult to change from like paper to like to digital? Yes.
I feel like there are some things in the business that still requires manual work, such as when you buy certain things, you have to keep the receipts in terms of financing. So to like transition, it's still a bit hard because we still there's certain things such as like the financing in terms of like checking back of your expenses. We still need to do it manually because we have to stick the receipts and everything. But I feel like for some other things like let's say in terms of buying stockings, it has been very easy.
So would you prefer to be digital or?
Of course, digital.
Alright.
I feel like we should save paper.
Alright.
But in any type of industry, even like in the film industry or even the F&B industry, we still use a lot of paper because of receipts and claims. Even like us buying some ice, so they still give us paper to just. From there, we need to use it for accounting purposes and everything.
Alright. What incentives have you introduced to encourage staff to embrace experimentation with digital tools, even if some of the attempts fail?
How is this? Is it like?
So, do you give like your staff chance to maybe make an Instagram post on their own or anything like that? You know?
I give how I work when running my own cafe is I want my workspace to be fun. So even like let's say we had recently we had a marketing campaign for Mother's Day, and everything is from people that work for me. One day they was like, let's talk. I'm like, okay, we have some cool ideas. So I'm like, okay, I like this idea. So I give them the freedom to do whatever it is, but we have to work. I told them, yes, we can do this, but work within the budget. So also we have we do try to do TikTok live. So I allow them to explore, because there are some people who are here. They let's say, I mean like they do part time, just focusing on working here, but they have so much hidden talents that we can use and explore. But of course, we have to ask, are you fine with using this? I don't like to take credit. So even like when people ask like, oh, how do you guys get this idea from us? It's all from people that work for me.
So it's a very chill vibe.
Chill, what's vibe? I mean, working is very stressful. Like, why do you wanna?
Yeah, that's a nice way to run a business. Right. So beyond Grab Food, Foodpanda, and Shopee Food, do you sell directly through your own website? Maybe like a WhatsApp or like a branded app?
As of now, we don't have Grab Food or any Foodpanda, but we do collaborate with a brand called Realme. It's a Malaysian brand. Basically, is to avoid wastage. Instead of throwing it away, we use whatever leftovers that we have that can still be eaten to be sold at a cheaper price using Realme. But also we do have certain, let's say certain things that we sell. For example, the Mother's Day bouquet. That one we sell through WhatsApp for people. We sell through online, and in order to get that bouquet, they have to contact us via WhatsApp.
I see.
So my name is Milosh, and right now I'll continue the part where Jonathan left. So Mr. Aidin, do you actively collect customer feedback through digital surveys, loyalty apps, or social media posts? And also, how does this data influence your menu or your service changes?
Yes, we do actively collect customer feedbacks because I feel like in F&B, customer feedbacks is very important as we need to know whether or not the product we are selling is to the liking and closeness of our customers. We also do initiative of if you buy a product and you do a customer survey, a Google survey, in fact, you get 5% off. So from there, even we don't just do in terms of doing by surveys, but we also ask in threads, we do polls, we also read the comments given. So because we cannot do something that we think that it may sell, but actually it doesn't. Let's say customers like the texture to be a certain way, a flavor to be a certain way. So we always have to listen to whatever the customer needs because customers are our number one. So we have to prioritize them.
So now, can you walk us through how you manage your inventory, like your pistachio kunafa, your golden cosmic flavor, and all of those their packaging? And is it also a manual stock, or do you use an Excel sheet, or do you have an integrated POS system?
So in Krem Tarik, we have this thing called stock in and stock out. It's a system where created by the HQ using an Excel sheet, but anything that is related in terms of doing the stock counting is manually done. So every day, the opening shift person will have to do a daily stock count. From there, I can know what needs to be restocked or I know what needs to be ordered. And also in terms of how we run is also we use a POS system. So that POS system really helps us in terms of ordering and seeing what, let's say at the end of the month, we see what sells the most, or what ice cream sells the most. Even like, let's say during Ramadan, there was a lot of sales and we use that data to check what items are mostly being sold. I think our best sellers are Lotus Dream, Golden Cosmic, Donut Candy. In terms of drinks, this is just the statistics from Ore. In terms of drinks, it's a lot of the lattes and matcha. So those are the three things that we use: daily stock count, stock in, stock out, and the POS system to track sales, to track whatever is being bought. Unfortunately, we don't use that to do stock counting because I still believe that the Excel sheet is much more easier to be used.
So, which of your daily processes still rely heavily on people? WhatsApp or manual coordination of staff scheduling, supply orders, daily sales reconciliation, and which one frustrates you the most?
I feel like a lot of my daily processes rely on a lot, not just on paper but a lot of WhatsApp in terms of ordering. It also takes a lot of time and effort because every single thing, let's say all the ingredients, we have to go. My best friend is Giant and NSK, so that is where I buy all of my barang mentah, our raw materials. In terms of the scheduling, it's mostly done on WhatsApp, but before I set a certain schedule, I always draft on paper so that per shift it doesn't it doesn't clash with one another. So I'm not paying for unnecessary labor. So I always put a certain time for my workers to work and for them to utilize, let's say, the maximum here is 5 hours. So 5 hours is how you work and you get only 1 hour rest. So in total you get 6 hours. And then once your 5 hours is done, another shift comes in. So we don't burn out my workers.
So, say for example, during a busy weekend, what is the biggest digital bottleneck you've ever faced? Is it the speed of the sales terminal, the delay in delivery, tablets, or the kitchen's ability to see incoming orders on their screens?
I feel like during a busy weekend, for example, during Ramadan, we got orders mixed up because we traditionally just use a normal style of, okay, when you order, we'll just call your order and you take it, but there's sometimes a person can order the same thing 5 minutes later, and we call that, let's say you order golden cosmic 5 minutes before, and then 5 minutes later I order golden cosmic. Then when my staff calls golden cosmic, I took it first. So we implemented a name system. So let's say it's golden cosmic for Vivi. From there, it helped us a lot. So there was not, we tried to limit customers' frustration as well. And also there were some moments where we midway through shift, midway through the busy weekends, we had some products being sold out fast. So those are the things that we learned to order double, because we already started to exploit the crowds. Because before this, I don't like to buy a lot of things because I want to avoid wastage. But due to some things that cannot be dismissed, we have to do and adapt, because we don't want to have, like, say, customers frustration, and we want the workflow and the flow of the kitchen and flow of the buying to be easy. We want our customers to be happy.
So, from an operational standpoint, how do you determine your power levels for fresh ingredients? Is there like a specific digital dashboard that guides you your ordering process, or is it a collaborative decision based on your staff? And is it a daily observation kind of thing? Or?
Yes, it's a daily, like I said, the daily stock count is very crucial for me, because that's where I know, let's say, do I have to buy anything today? I also assign someone designated to do this, to tell me, hey, you have to get this. From there, it's going to be much more easier, because if there's a lot of people telling me all at once, some orders gets mixed up, and some things I might be paying double or buying double. So with the daily stock count that we have, it helps a lot. We are still figuring out if there's a better way, if there's a dashboard. But for now, the daily stock count using the Excel sheet is the best.
So, have you explored integrating AI-driven tools such as predictive ordering or automated marketing campaigns into your operations? And if so, what impact did they have?
In AI-driven tools, not that much, but what we do most is ads. So every time, not all the videos, because we want our videos to be booming naturally. We don't want to rely much on ads, because we are just afraid that it won't reach our target market. But with one campaign that we did last year, we use ads, and with ads it reaches to certain target market that we want, and by playing more with ads, we realize that it helps the business and to get the brand be known much more faster. Rather than organically, we can do 10 videos, not one can boom. Only maybe one or two will boom. Not everything will boom. So those are the things that we implement, where we try our best to play more with ads. But it depends on the type of content that we do. Not everything can do ads.
So, how do you currently track and analyze your sales trends? Do you like rely on POS dashboards, manual reports, or external analytics platforms?
For us, I use a lot of the POS, because I feel like our POS, we use POS called Feed Me. It's a POS where it has everything, and it can check sales up to from the start of I open a store until now. I can track, because I need to see where is the wave, or like the data of like the graph of like, let's say the first 20 days of this month compared to the last month. Is how is it going progressively good or not? So that POS system really helps me. And in terms of, let's say, like I said before, there are some products that we want to know whether this month is gold cosmic or Lotus Dream is being selling a lot. So the POS system tells me all the data that I need.
So it also shows like the crowds, and also
it's all in one package. But unfortunately, there's certain things in that POS I can't do.
So, looking at your current workflow, right? What was one small digital change, such as switching to a WhatsApp catalog or digital loyalty card, that provided an immediate benefit to your daily operation?
I think the immediate benefit would have been the naming naming my customers on whatever they buy, so we don't get mixed up. Because we realize during Ramadan, it's non-stop crowds going in and out of the store. So we don't want any problems to cause for the next day. So immediately I tell them every customer's order, we take their names and we write down. So we use Starbucks as an example, and surprisingly it worked, and we reduced a lot of the problems and barely any problems.
So instead of a massive tech overhaul, do you prefer making small, fast-paced, agile updates to your menu or ordering system based on weekly feedback from customers?
I feel like it's more towards the ordering system based on my customer feedbacks, because we try our best to rotate our ice cream. Let's say that week there's certain ice cream that doesn't sell, and then we will ask customers feedbacks on what they like more and what they don't like more. From there we adjust and implement straight away. So I think that's how I can answer that question.
So you change your ice cream based on your customers' feedback.
Yeah.
Say for example, they like a golden cosmic. You get a golden cosmic and put it in your shop.
Yeah.
Like that.
Because I feel like if I do a massive tech overhaul and if the store can't keep up, there's no point as well. Because at the end of the day, I need to make sure my customers are happy. The tech overhaul can work, but for now, I don't see my store that needs an overhaul in terms of the system, because right now the system is good enough. But I feel like moving forward, when we start expanding more and start venturing into other parts of the business in F&B, of course, we need those stacks. But as an F&B, just as cafe alone, we don't need that much. We just need to focus more on the customer feedbacks and how can we improve the menu and how can we improve what the consumer needs.
What was a small doable digital task that you implemented recently which showed immediate value to the staff or improved the speed of service?
I feel a doable task will be, one is the naming on the orders, and I think also is allowing my staff to be more hands-on to the business, not just taking orders and delivering, but rather ask for their feedbacks as well. Because like I say, this staff has a lot of talents, so they don't mind utilizing it. So, and they want to help the business. So those are the things that I feel like it's good. And
So like, do you train your staff?
of course, I will monitor them. I will give them certain things and I'll monitor them and see how it goes. We are constantly trying to improve and improve and improve. Yeah.
So when deciding which digital projects to implement first, do you prioritize based on ROI, customer experience, or ease of staff adoption?
I feel like I feel like all components are very much important in the business. Of course, at the end of the month, you need to get sales for you to be able to pay your needs, your staffs, and your overheads. But let's say to increase the sales, we also need to make sure the staff adapts well. Let's say I want to target 30,000 sales, but we also have to expect the amount of customers that needs to be done. Like More, we increase the sales and we realize that, okay, we need more staff, we need more manpower. We can't use normally how we use on a day-to-day basis. Even now during the event, we have 2 to 3 working at the same time. So from there, we try our best to ease everything in the business.
So all of them in one
Yeah.
at one time.
Yeah.
So our final question. How do you see digital transformation shaping Cream Tarik's identity in the next 3 to 5 years? Do you envision becoming more of a lifestyle brand or staying focused on cafe operations?
I feel like moving forward, Krem Tarik is just will not just be an F&B brand. We are very much focused into other industries as well. But right now, in terms of F&B, we are much focused on expanding to have more outlets being open. We also are moving to the direction of supplying the business. So with digital transformation, for us to achieve those targets, we have to make sure that our core component is very much strong. We can open up 5 stores, but our system is not working well. If whatever we have right now is not working well, then this store is just the business will just be verge of collapsing. So we have to make those, like say, those drastic changes into AI, into digital transformation, or things of all-in-one kind of system where when we do franchise, everyone can understand it very well. But not every sector of the business has to be in the same system because it may not work. Let's say an F&B for franchise has to be one system. In terms of supplying, has to be another system. But we have to get, when we expand, we have to get more people, more experienced people to manage all of this.
So that's our last question.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview.